Well, good morning, traders. So we do have some significant action here on our Bitcoin chart, which is our lead indicator for the crypto space. I want to show you what that is today. We're going to talk about two ways that you can trade out if you are now bearish, and what you're looking to do regarding this latest price action. All right. So we're going to talk about waiting for confirmation on the daily, or another strategy of trade if you're looking to exit now into a more stable situation. Then you might want to wait for the retest of the underside of our black line should we get confirmation on the daily that this move is legit. Let us jump to our charts and I will show you what I'm talking about. All right, so here is our chart, and this is what I've been talking about. It could be a possibility all along. Now, you guys know, if you watched any of my videos, I have been skeptical that we would get below that unless our geopolitical situations turn very negative, and that seems to be the case in Ukraine, and there's several stories actually that are around the world that are bearish for the market overall. So that does seem to be taking us under this black line. This is more than about hawkish strategy by the Fed. This is, of course, geopolitical situation, spiking fear, etc., and has brought us under our black trend line. All right, so right now we are resting on support at 35,500. So what I wanted to talk about is your strategy for exit if you have now gone bearish. Of course, you guys know, because I say it all the time, this is our daily chart, and I like to see confirmation of this bearish move. What we're looking for is another candle and open and close below this line. And really, I like to see 3 on the crypto charts. So we'd want to see 3 candles all closing below our area of previous support, now resistance. All right. Once you have those 3 candles closing, 2 of them opening below, 2 opens and 3 closes below. So this candle right here would be 1 close below, a new candle forming, opening and closing, and then yet another candle opening and closing. That is your indicator that we definitely are going to make further move to the downside. So at that point, if you're up here somewhere still and you have turned bearish because of this move, then you would look to exit into a more stable position. Another way that you could play this move, let's say that the move down to whatever our next support is down here, I guess that purple line is still somewhat significant, 31,150. You could say, well, I'm going to wait, and really you could draw a couple levels here, though not super significant, but where our wick downs are. Let me just draw those real quick so I can illustrate my point here. You could wait for us to swing down, hit some support, and then if we're too low that you just don't feel comfortable selling for that amount of loss, then you would wait for us to come back up and retest the underside of our previous support, which now becomes resistance. We like to come back and we like to kiss mama goodbye. If this is truly a longer term bear run, and it looks like it might turn out to be because of everything that's going on in the world right now. So at that point, this is strategy number 2. You wait for us to come back and touch the underside of that previous support. and that's where you look to get into your or get out of your more volatile positions into more stable positions, such as stable coins. All right, so that's really all I wanted to review today, and keep you up to date, keep you abreast of what's going on the charts here. We have broken that trend line, and so far it looks, like the move is solid, and so those are your two exit strategies. So conclusion, breaking below our trend line is definitely bearish. So now the question is just how bearish is this move? We didn't talk about it on the chart, but I've said it many times in past videos. 30,000 is major support. We could just look to move to 30,000, touch that, and run up again. The other indicator, my head and shoulders pattern, shows a target down of 24K. And I've said if we go to 24K, the market just might want to go to 20K and get it all over. So you have to answer that question. You have to analyze your own sentiment. I can't do that for you. Everybody has their own biases in play here, and those variables are not something, they're intangible. They're not something that I can measure. Personally, I have remained, and you guys know, slightly bullish this whole time. I am now turning slightly bearish, but we're really in neutral territory where we are right now. So I have to see the bears really confirm this move before I become slightly bearish. And even then, because and maybe some of my free subscribers don't know this, but I have been put in Coinbase jail for unknown reasons. Coinbase will not tell me why I am in Coinbase jail, which means that I cannot trade out on Coinbase Professional for the trading fees that are far less expensive. So with Coinbase Regular, you're paying exorbitant amounts of fees in swap fees. All right, it might say Coinbase fees 0, but by the time you swap to another position, the tally is sometimes 2-3% of your position. So for me to swap out into stable coins in my trading portfolio, and I will look to move more of my trading funds into other exchanges in the future. But for me to do that, my cost is going to be in the tens of thousands of dollars, and I need to know for sure that this is a bearish move for me to make that kind of transition. Otherwise, I could, pay tens of thousands of dollars in swap fees on Coinbase, and then all of a sudden the bulls take a run again, and I miss out, and now I'm paying tens of thousands of dollars to get back in, and I don't want to do that. So for me, even though I have become slightly bearish, I may just hold through this. It's just not worth it with what Coinbase has done to me to swap out. And unfortunately, it's a lesson learned. If you don't own the keys, you don't own the coins. I've always said that. And I will look in the future to disperse more of my money into decentralized components and exchanges, so that I have more control over my assets and resources. All right, guys, enough rambling on that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next update. Peace.